How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I was not planning on doing another video today, but there were a couple companies that kind of caught my eye, and I was thinking about the stocks that I might want to be investing in soon, and these three stocks stood out to me. So we have a mega cap growth stock, pretty much backed by the US government, pays a dividend. It's in the multi-$100 billion club, almost $500 billion. We also have a company that is growing revenues very quickly. It's in a growing sector. It's around $2 billion. And then we have a third company that I'm really bullish on. I think that they are drastically underselling the amount of revenue that they'll be able to produce this year. I'm thinking they'll beat revenue expectations by 70 to 80%. And that's just based on what we know now. That's not based on any future guidance. And I think a lot of people are sleeping on it because it's still under $1 billion company. And I've been picking up shares, even though it's up 100% from when I first started to buy in. It's up about 20x, I believe, over the last year, something like that. It's an insane number, but I still think that I want to add more. So these three companies are companies that I plan on probably buying more soon. And they all have interesting catalysts coming up. They all are growing pretty quickly. And I think people might be, I don't want to say sleeping because the companies are up a lot. But I think that they still are not bullish enough on these companies. And of course, I'm not a stock analyst. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a financial advisor. So do all your own research on these companies too. But I think you're going to like what I have to show you today with these three companies and my bullish cases for them. Before we start though, I want to please ask you to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. Please hit subscribe too. We're so close to 80,000 subscribers. I think just a little bit more and we can get there. Please hit that subscribe button and the like button. Also, if you want 4 free stocks through WeBull, I think they're doing this just for a few more days. At this point, you can get up to $3,700 if you deposit $100. And last thing, if you want to join the Patreon and see exactly what I'm buying and selling, we have over 3,000 people in there now. So definitely check that out down below. So the first stock on this list is a massive company. Definitely consider it. And that is JP Morgan Chase. So I think a lot of people discount this company, but it is a beast. So looking at the one day, it had a steady 2% day. You can see over the last 5 days, we had a good growth of about 8%. Over the last month, we have good growth of 18. 6 months, you can see we went up even more. This one you can't sleep on because it won't be this cheap for long. I know that it seems expensive because it's up so much since it was down back last year, but March was a very different time last year. We've seen a lot of stocks go up, and this one is pretty much to the pre-pandemic high. So what are you getting with this company? Well, they have their earnings coming up on Friday. At least that's when it's expected. I could see a big jump in the bank stocks if we see JP Morgan Chase have another good quarter. I believe last quarter they had somewhere around $9 billion in net income. The company's moved up a little bit since then, but they still pay a 2.5% dividend. It's pretty much backed by the US government, so it's one that I think is relatively safe as far as different companies go. But it's one that I think you should put on your radar. I am considering buying a decent amount of this pretty soon. The next stock is Tattooed Chef stock. So this one had a quiet 7% day today, or 6.5% day. And it's funny because I was just looking through my WeBull account and looking at some of the moves that we have seen today, and we saw MP Materials with an 18 or 19% day. We saw Fubo with a mid-30s day. We saw some other stocks move up massively, and then there's Tattooed Chef with a solid 6.5% day. It's kind of crazy what we're getting used to right now, but you can kind of see it's been back and forth over the last 5 days. Over the last month, it's been back and forth too. But we're approaching pretty much all-time highs. We saw it go up to $28 back in September, but we're getting close to all-time highs. Now with this company, you're getting a lot of growth. This one is the cheapest plant-based food company stock that I know of that is well known, I should say. So between Beyond Meat, very good food company, and Tattooed Chef, this one is by far the cheapest. If you look at their presentation, you can see that they've been growing revenues very quickly. They're expecting $148 million, or they expected that in 2020. Now they're expecting this to continue to grow at a pretty quick rate. and I think they projected somewhere around 220 million for next year. I think this will be a little bit low for what they'll actually hit. I think they're pricing it low so that way they can beat expectations. And I think that this one is one of the best options in this industry. Now, the last stock is one that I've been very bullish on, and I continue to talk about it. I bought in first at 18.5, and now the company is sitting around double that. I'm up 96% on some of my shares, but I've been buying along the whole way, and I'm buying this dip a little bit. I might buy more. Now, CleanSpark, if you don't know, they're a grid company. They're a software as a service company. Really, they're trying to give solutions to anyone that uses a lot of power and save them money. Now, they also acquired a Bitcoin mining company, and as of the last report, they were mining about 1.4 Bitcoin a day. Now, they're increasing their Bitcoin mining units. I think they're going to be able to ramp this up pretty quickly, and I've heard estimates as high as 3 Bitcoin a day. That's $100,000 of revenue a day. That would be 36 million on top of the 20 million that they're already expecting from their electric grid business. So that is also assuming that Bitcoin doesn't really change or move up like a lot of analysts expect. If they're able to hit 56 million in revenue, like some people are expecting, that's going to blow the doors off a lot of analysts. That's going to blow the doors off a lot of institutional investors. I find it as a diversification play into the crypto space without being crypto dependent, like if you bought Bitcoin. Now, I might buy some more of this. It moved down about 4% today. I really like it, and I think that it could be undervalued if they're able to do what I think they're going to be able to do. I just feel like there aren't enough eyes on this company. And I could be wrong, so do your own research, but this is one that I really like. So let me know your thoughts on these companies down below. I'd be interested in hearing. I really like these companies, and they're all at different sizes, different growth cycles. Obviously, with CleanSpark being the smallest, probably the most speculative, Tattooed Chef next, and then JP Morgan Chase just being a behemoth of a company backed by the U.S. government. So I think they all offer something that you could take out depending on what you are interested in. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you guys want to see a video on another stock that I bought earlier today and my reaction or my thoughts on a penny stock that's really well known, I'll put it up on the end screen. If you guys want to check out Patreon, you can check it out down below. Again, over 3,000 people in there. About 5% or 4% of our entire channel is in there. So definitely consider joining in on Patreon and checking out WeBull. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in this video here on Zomstock.